We are jumping between northern Arizona and southern Utah in the USA, passing through a variety of interesting countryside. Our destination is across the Glen Canyon Dam, which forms large Lake Powell. We are now in Page. The construction of new large hotels side by side indicates we are reaching something of importance.
Hi, I'm Len Rutledge from Experience Guides, and today we're at Antelope Canyon. I'm quite excited to be here because this has become a real hero spot in the last few years because of the power of social media.
Antelope Canyon is a slot canyon in two distinct parts, upper and lower. They are separated by several miles and operate completely independently. We are visiting the lower canyon. Both sections are on Navajo Indian lands and can only be visited on a guided tour. There are two Navajo operators who conduct tours into the lower canyon. As far as I can tell, they operate similar tours at a similar cost. We had to wait about 40 minutes for our tour, despite the fact that we had booked ahead and it was mid-morning. At other times, the wait can be longer. Fortunately, there are toilets and covered spaces while you wait. We start our visit with a 10-minute walk with a Navajo guide from the ticket office to the entrance of the canyon. Parts of this trail are sandy and other parts are rocky, so some care is needed by those less agile. The lower canyon is more difficult to access than the upper canyon, but it is manageable for most people. Flights of steep stairs provide access to the lower canyon, and other steps are provided as you move along. Operators advise the trip is not recommended for people with walking difficulties, pregnant women, or the very obese. The upper canyon is a much easier flat walk with no stairs, but the actual canyon is much shorter. It's in the upper canyon that you can see the famous light beams at certain times. This makes it more popular with some photographers.
We've just entered the canyon. This is the first part to see.
Is it just you two, or is that...
The first part of the canyon, it's called the Lion's Den, and there's hundreds of people here, or there seems like hundreds of people. We're told it's going to thin out as we get further on. It's absolutely beautiful in here, and to think all this has been created just by water and wind.
As you can see, there are some beautiful scenes with crazy, curved, polished rock formations and great varying colours. The colours change depending on the time of the day and how much sunlight gets onto the various surfaces. This makes photographing in the canyon difficult for some visitors, but the guides will show you the best locations and will even take photographs for you using your camera. Visitors come from all over the world to see antelope and experience the thrill of walking through this deep slot canyon. We found it better than we expected. And although it's not cheap, we believe we got value for our money.
It just gets more spectacular and more spectacular. This is a particularly nice area because there's a lot of light coming in. So you see all the shapes very, very well.
As you walk through, there are various featured shapes you can see.
So right here, this is where the woman of the canyon is at. So up ahead, we'll see the man in the
When you finish and leave the canyon, it is interesting to see how narrow it is from the surface.
This is the exit to the canyon. We've just been through it. It's taken over an hour, and it was so spectacular. Everybody just was blown away.
all that is considered sandstone. So I'm going to show you how sandstone is created. Get all the sand that's out here. Oh, you guys want to come? So I'm showing how sandstone is created. So you get all the sand that's out here, and then you get the rain that comes through. Now, out here, the sun is so hot, it will cook that, like clay in a clay pot, so it'll harden. Every year that happens, so all that weight pressurizes and hardens even more, and you get the wind. Yeah, exactly. So with wind carrying the sand, water carrying the sand, it'll shape and form that into all the formations that you see out here. Especially this canyon was made completely by that process. Cool, right?
Yeah.